What's going on, everyone? So I was on YouTube the other day and I stumbled upon a video called What College Students Need to Know by a very great YouTuber that goes by the name of Andre Geek, I hope I pronounced his name correctly. And in that video he asked a bunch of college students various financial literacy questions such as, should you pay off debt or invest first? What is a 401k? What is an IRA? Etc. Just all that sort of personal finance stuff. And overall, to my expectations, a lot of people didn't know much. Honestly, because, well, the questions were more designed for what working adults should know. And if you're a college student like myself, you know that you do not feel like a working adult. Not to say that you should be negligent and not care about personal finance at all until like you graduate or get a job or something. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is that, no offense, Andre, but the world has changed, and I understand that, you know, you were a college student once, but I am an actual college student living this college life at this very moment, and I think that I could do it better. Which brings me to making this video inspired by Andre. Love you, man. But today I'm going to be talking about what college students need to know from the perspective of an actual college student. Before I begin, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tyler. I make videos about college, career, and personal finance. And I'm also a junior studying information systems and marketing in the Geese College of Business at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. Now, yes, you heard that right. I'm not a finance major. And in fact, you do not need to be a finance major to know anything about personal finance. It's really not that hard. And I'm going to show you what you really need to know as a college student thus far. So let's get into the video. So a big thing that I think Andre did wrong with his video is just giving out random financial literacy questions, right? Like if you ask the average college student, hey, what's the difference between a Roth IRA and a regular IRA? Chances are they're probably not going to know that. And while I think it's important for college students to know the difference between a Roth IRA and IRA, I think the bigger central concept, this overarching idea that's much more important, is the idea of building good habits now, as in like as soon as possible. Because whether you decided to invest in the stock market right now with your measly $2,000 that you saved up, it's not really going to make a difference in the whole grand scheme of things, right? A 10% return, which is, you know, let's call it optimistic for the stock market, will only yield you what, $200? But what will be much more significant is the habit you create of knowing to pay yourself first and know this concept of investing, which can quite literally be your ticket to early retirement. And even if you're not interested in like early retirement in general, the good financial habits that you start building now will lead to far less headaches down the road when you're actually, you know, when the stakes are actually high. So with this in mind, let's start building good habits and let's get to the first topic. First, I'm going to go through the personal finance stuff, which makes the bulk of this video, but then I'm going to get into more general college things that I feel every college student needs to know from my own experience. But actually, first, I feel the need to stress something, and that is prioritizing your health. I'm not going to dwell on this for too long, but prioritizing your physical, mental, emotional health is like the most important thing you should do. It should be at the highest level of the totem pole, at least in the long term. This means regularly exercising, regularly getting enough sleep. This means regularly exercising, regularly getting enough sleep, regularly eating, which is, I don't know why I need to say this, but a lot of my friends don't eat. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of them don't, but I know some people here in college that just don't eat for whatever reason, and they seem to not really care about it. While it's okay to occasionally skip a workout for something like a job fair, I'm saying that over the long term, you should be prioritizing your health and actually exercising in the first place. Look, I know we're all busy college students here, but if I can find 100 minutes every single day to go to the gym, get a workout in, and I can count the number of times that I actually missed a workout in college with my hands, you can find an odd 30 minutes every other day to get some sort of exercise. With that said, I just needed to get that off my chest, but let's move on to number one, the first thing that every college student needs to know, and that is how to budget. And I'm gonna be honest here, this is something that I really just started doing. I feel like I was getting so fixated on how to make more money, how to increase my income, that my defensive game was just off. I wasn't really taking into account how much I was actually spending. And I'm the first one to say that, I have a mild spending problem, especially when it comes to like food and clothes. And if I'm having a problem, I'm sure many others like me are as well. That's why I highly recommend downloading the Mint app. It's an app that allows you to keep track of your expenses, set financial goals, budget accordingly, and really just build a better financial foundation. First of all, it's super easy to use and very intuitive. It makes budgeting kind of like common sense. So you have no excuses not to download it. It's literally free as well. So get that app right now. And really, budgeting is something that pretty much all of us already know about, and it's more of a problem of actually doing it in the first place. Having the discipline to sit yourself down and be like, all right, I need to eat less mac and cheese. No, but honestly, download the Mint app, build that keen financial awareness, and you're gonna be shocked at how much money you spend on food and boba every single month. All right, so number 2 on what every college student needs to know is you need to know how to improve your credit score. And this literally means get a credit card, like ASAP, start building your credit history, and learn what actually impacts your credit score in the first place. And if you wanna take it up a notch, you need to learn how to master. And if you wanna take it up a notch and learn how you can earn like thousands and thousands of dollars, really in the form of like credit card points, cash back, statuses, mileage, whatever it may be, then you need to learn how to master the credit card game, which starts today with getting your first credit card, or getting your second one, or just being more keenly aware of what impacts your credit score and how to get the most how to derive the most value from credit card. And again, I want to reiterate that the reason why I think that every college student should have a decent understanding of credit card optimization is because over your lifetime, this will save you tens and thousands of dollars in the form of getting just cash back and knowing what credit card to use in what situation, knowing how to actually earn money from spending money, which sounds like a scam, but really this is what credit card companies are actually offering. So build this habit early on, get savvy with it, and who knows, maybe you too will be able to pay for your vacation, pay for your short-term vacation virtually for free. The third personal finance tip that every college student needs to know is that they need to learn how to invest. And this one could be as simple or as complex as you really want it to be. In fact, I actually made a video about this just last week, basically talking about the various different ways that you can build up passive income streams through investments. And this should be obvious to you, but you want to learn this like quick, as soon as possible. Because if you learn the fundamentals and the concepts of investing now, even if you might not have actual money to invest at this current point in time, you learn it now so that you end up not making mistakes down the road and like cost yourself thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, whatever it may be. You just learn it now so that you have this skill that will last a lifetime for you then to actually take action when the opportunity presents itself. But let's say you do have a little bit of play money to invest. Well, one of the easiest and most beginner-friendly ways to start investing into things is through the stock market, through index funds. Now, why index funds as opposed to individual stocks? Well, it's far less volatile than individual stocks. It essentially requires less skill and intuition in order to make money, and it has a proven track record of making money in the long term. And as a newbie investor, I can attest to this myself back when I was a freshman. You're probably gonna be pretty neurotic when it comes to your investments going down. So by investing into something less volatile like index funds, you're essentially kind of easing your way into the stock market investing mentality, and it really, you don't really have to go much further than there. This could essentially be your ticket to early retirement. Because from my own personal experience seeing my friends go through this, I've literally seen some friends go from investing into index funds to investing into individual stocks to trading options, and they're making a killing. So I can't recommend this tip enough. Learn how to invest, get yourself in the right mentality, and this could quite possibly be the most important thing you do in college for your financial health. And the best part of it is that you can find all the information you need right here on the internet. So start investing now, create an account. Personally, the brokerage that I use is Robinhood, and if you sign up through my link down below in the description, we'll both get a free stock. So if you want to support my channel as well as get a free stock, sign up through that link. So now that we got that personal finance stuff out of the way, I'm going to be getting into the more general life things, right? What every college student needs to know just in general to have a better college experience. So that first tip is learning how to think for yourself. Now this is something that I struggled with immensely during my freshman year at college when I was pretty much involved with every single club under the sun. And ironically now, as a junior, I'm not involved with any of those clubs. This is because I learned how to think for myself, and I knew that deep inside the socials or the new member bonding events that I were attending wasn't a good use of my time. So because of that, I decided just to cut it off. Not to say that clubs are inherently bad or anything, but ultimately, you are in control of your life. You know yourself the best, and because of that, you should act accordingly. Finally, number 5, the very last thing that you need to know as a college student is don't force making friends. I'll be the first one to admit that in college, I did not find a solid group of friends in college at the level of, say, my hometown friends, right? So my boys. I did not find that group of friends until my junior year of college. And if you're paying attention, I am a junior right now. It took me 3 years, legitimately 3 years, to figure out who I should surround myself with, who would actually push me to be a better person, who would actually support me in my time of need, who's actually just cool to hang out with. It took me 3 years. So I'm sorry, but tying all your closest friendships with a club that you guys are just all mutually associated with, to me, it seems like a very unnatural thing. Because yeah, I've met a few of these people from the clubs I was involved with freshman year, but I also met these people through mutual friends, class, neighbors, just people that I actually just naturally get along with. So I guess what I was trying to get at with this is if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, whatever it may be, don't force it, don't be patient, choose your friends wisely, and really let it come naturally. Don't feel like you need to make friends at this very moment. Learn to be independent, start a YouTube channel, learn to speak in front of a camera. Okay, so obviously I'm joking, but the main point is don't force making friends. Don't feel the need to actually join a club in order to make friends or anything. While that could be a great way to do so, just be open with how you meet people and be open with the timeline with it, right? Again, 3 years. That's a lot of time to not really have a set of boys. All right, and I think I'm gonna end it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all truly got something out of it. Learn to build good habits now while you're in college. That is the main takeaway. Build the habits now, even though the monetary success of racking some credit card points, investing your little $1,000 into the stock market, budgeting your $20 a month on ramen noodles, whatever it may be. It might not be significant right now, but over the long run, it's gonna balloon into something amazing. You wanna build these habits early on so you don't have to worry about learning how to be an adult when you're 25 and working your 9 to 5 or whatever it may be. Please leave a like if you want to support my channel, and leave a comment down below on any other tips that I happen to miss or any insights that you guys might have if you're currently a college student, or if you were a college student, or if you're a parent of one, whatever it may be, just leave a comment down below. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos about college, career, and personal finance, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.